It's 5 to 7 minutes, and it's Project 5. Her goals are, first of all, to speak with minimum notes. The second and third objectives are the objectives in the book. Use stance, facial expressions, eye contact to express my message and achieve my speech's purpose. Number 3, smooth and natural.
And Kai had this to say about spirituality. About spirituality, I want to share a quote I love. Being on a spiritual path does not prevent you from facing times of darkness, but it teaches you how to use the darkness as a tool to grow. Kai Wayne.
For a long time, I was a people pleaser. When I first moved to America, I was desperate to fit in. I want people to like me, to accept me. In appearance, I was this sweet, agreeable young girl, Chinese girl. But deep inside, I was so nervous. I was so worried about how others think of me. That most of the days, my stomach was a knot. To tell people what I really wanted? No way. If Beatrice from the women's group said, "Let's order munchkins for lunch," I would say, okay, although it's the least of my favorites. Who am I to say no? I'm Chinese, I'm new, I'm different. What if people decided they don't like me and they decide not want to be my friend? I was desperate to fit in. I would do whatever people want me to do. There was a time I would make over a dozen homemade meals to deliver to the new moms from my church and in the neighborhood all across the town. Those moms I either just met or just acquaintances. They had a new baby or have a cold. I got really busy in the winter time. I had an infant and a toddler myself with no extended family in this country. I got so stressed out making the meals because I worried my children will wake up from their cat naps. After the meals were made, I would drag my tired body and drive across town to deliver the meals. I would put a smile on my face when they answered the door, while my kids were crying in the car. Did I mention I was an inexperienced driver and super nervous at parallel parking? What was I doing? I was making those hot meals to other people, acquaintances. I often didn't even have meals or fresh food for my own family. Cobbler's kids often have no shoes on their feet. I wanted the people to accept me, to like me, and to think I'm this put together mother. And deep down, I was so stressed out. My house was a mess, my kids were cranky, and was busy making meals, like buying groceries. And I neglected my own house as well, because when my kids were napping, I wasn't resting or trying to get things done for the house. I was making meals. And sometimes just because people say, I like your homemade meals. Today, I was super nervous because I knew that I was going to deliver this speech without notes. And I wanted to hide again. I'm like, I'm maybe just gonna tell them I'm sick, I have a cold. Because I have this need like to sound and look just right. For many years, I was so scared of not sounding right or perfect, I decided to hide. I decided not to say anything. I decided not want let people to hear what I truly think or fear. I thought, if I hide, I'll be safe. But then I realized I wasn't really living a healthy, balanced, or happy life. When I was suppressing my desires, and buried my thoughts and dreams, part of me died within. During this journey of trying to fit in, I came across the researcher Brené Brown's book. And in that book, she talked about the difference between fit in and the belonging. To fit in is to seek approval from others. It sounds like this: I'll be whoever you want me to be, as long as I feel I'm part of it. In contrast, belonging will not come if we do not show our true authentic selves to the world. And for that, I'm choosing to be vulnerable and embracing imperfection. Thank you.